What's up, guys? It's Matterz, and we have some pretty interesting information for Call of Duty 2016, and we're actually going to go through some different posters, debunk them. We actually have an image for one of them as well, where an Infinity Ward employee actually sort of confirmed that obviously this poster is fake, and we'll talk about why it's fake and all that cool stuff, the release date, everything like that. It's pretty obvious. But the second one here, we're actually going to talk about Call of Duty Space Warfare and how Infinity Ward had plans to actually release that game, and if it would come to Call of Duty 2016 due to their new sort of title and release. Obviously they probably won't be continuing the Ghost series. Modern Warfare 4 probably won't be continuing that as well. So we'll get into that in this video, but let's get started here. So a lot of the posters, I'll try to get links for them, but I think a lot of you guys remember the Modern Warfare 4 posters with the random soldier, and they had like random dates in April, like April 1st, it's just really weird. And a lot of them, again, like soldiers with blue eyes, soldiers just standing there, and they're just random soldiers from like different games. So a lot of those that you guys are seeing, those are all fake. There's nothing, even no teasers, nothing is out yet. So again, if you see any of those random Modern Warfare 4 posters with like a guy and you're like, oh my god, that looks like it could be Modern Warfare 4, it's not. Now the second one here is actually pretty interesting. Call of Duty World Premiere, The Future Begins. It's like the same sort of guy, but they took out the Modern Warfare 4, they just put it as Call of Duty, and it says March 29th, 2016, and it has the same sort of blue guy as well. Infinity Ward at the bottom, and obviously an Infinity Ward employee actually said, what is that, Biblical Reaper? It's fake. And then he's like, yeah, obviously it's fake. It's actually from Biblical Reaper as well, these two little like images here. So definitely check him out, and all that cool stuff. So that's really that with the posters. But the information here is pretty cool of what they did back in 2010. So Call of Duty Ghosts, the opening scene for that takes place in space, but it remains seen if they will be focusing their attentions on Call of Duty Ghosts or Modern Warfare 4 or something new. I would say it's not going to be COD Ghosts or MW4. It's more or less going to be the same sort of timeline, the same sort of elements of it, but not the actual game itself. Now, what they're saying is that it should be noted that even though the publisher trademarked Call of Duty Space Warfare in 2010, they apparently abandoned that title with Destiny and all different games like that, sort of branching out and taking that space genre. Now, I'm not so sure if they stopped it because of Destiny or if they stopped it because they wanted to continue their own sort of game and their own sort of style of games. But this is really interesting because COD Ghosts, you obviously had some sort of space element within the game, but it wasn't like next gen, like Destiny, like all these different elements and stuff. And then Advanced Warfare wasn't space, but it had those sort of crazy futuristic elements that you would see sort of transferred to the space setting. Now Call of Duty Space Warfare, that's actually a thing that they apparently trademarked. Like they were actually going to make a game, Call of Duty Space Warfare. How would that work? I'm trying to think of how that would actually work, unless they're doing some sort of Destiny style thing where it's just like increased jump, not complete like space everywhere, like you're just floating around like in the COD Ghost missions. Because if you guys remember, you didn't really have any gravity whatsoever. I think with Destiny you sort of have gravitational pulls towards the actual planet that you're on, because obviously you're walking, you're jumping, and all that cool stuff. So if they're going to actually bring that to 2016, definitely expect these newer sort of movements, and possibly, I wouldn't say close to Advanced Warfare, more or less Black Ops 3 movements with a higher jump. And maybe the higher jump probably would not be like a boost jump, but it's actually because of the weak gravitational pull, because you're on Earth, because you're on the moon, different planets, all that cool stuff. And they would have to control it with different technology and just crazy stuff like that, factories, machinery, different stuff. A lot of insane stuff could actually occur within a Call of Duty Space Warfare game. Just trying to think, there's nothing really else that would actually bring. They would have to do something else besides what Destiny does, because Destiny is pretty vague on what it does, has the sort of mechanical feel to it. You have to complete these missions on the different planets, all that crazy stuff. I think you guys know how Destiny works, but Call of Duty Space Warfare, how would that work? Would you have like a map on a different planet? Like, it doesn't really make sense. We'll have to see what happens, but I think elements of that would actually return to this new game, because I think it's sort of the way of the future. That's just what they've been doing recently. Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, they've just had this futuristic feel, and it could definitely return with Call of Duty 2016 and maybe a Call of Duty Space Warfare game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and tell me guys what you think about this video and Call of Duty 2016. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys later.